Scientists have discovered information that indicates that a distant planet may be on its second atmosphere. Scientists have found evidence that a planet orbiting a distant star may have lost its atmosphere but gained a second one through volcanic activity. Scientists using NASA's Hubble Space Telescope have found evidence that a planet orbiting a distant star may have lost its first atmosphere and is currently using a second one that came about as a result of volcanic activity on the planet. The planet GJ 1132b is theorized to have begun as a gaseous world with a thick hydrogen blanket of atmosphere. It started out several times the diameter of Earth. It is called a sub-Neptune. It is also believed to have quickly lost its primordial hydrogen and helium atmosphere as a result of the intense radiation of the hot young star that it orbits. Over a short period of time, such a planet would be stripped down to a bare core, which would be the size of our Earth. However, for this planet, GJ 1132b, things got quite interesting as time progressed. In a shock and surprise to astronomers, the Hubble Space Telescope observed an atmosphere which, according to their theories, is a secondary atmosphere that is currently present over the planet. Based on a combination of direct observational evidence and inference through computer modeling, the research team have reported that the atmosphere consists of molecular hydrogen, hydrogen cyanide, methane, and also contains an aerosol haze. Computer modeling suggests that the aerosol haze is based on photochemically produced hydrocarbons, which are similar to smog on Earth. The scientists have interpreted the current atmospheric hydrogen in GJ 1132b as hydrogen from the original atmosphere, which was absorbed into the planet's molten magma mantle and is now being slowly released through volcanic processes to form a new atmosphere. The atmosphere that is currently over GJ 1132b is believed to be continually replenished to balance the hydrogen escaping into space. Scientists and astronomers alike, it is quite exciting because they believe that the atmosphere that they see at the moment was a regenerated one, so it could be a secondary atmosphere. First, they thought that these highly irradiated planets could be pretty boring because they believe that they lost their atmospheres. But having looked at the existing observations of this planet with the Hubble Space Telescope, there is a new atmosphere over planet GJ 1132b. The findings in regards to this planet could have implications for other exoplanets, which are planets beyond our solar system. It could be a time to find an answer for a question in relation to how many terrestrial planets don't start as terrestrials. Many start as sub-Neptunes and they become terrestrial planets through a mechanism that photoevaporates the primordial atmosphere. This process works early in a planet's life when the star is hotter. Then the star cools down and the planet's just sitting there. So you've got this mechanism where you can cook off the atmosphere in the first 100 million years, and then things settle down. And if you can regenerate the atmosphere, maybe you can keep it. In some ways, GJ 1132b, which is located at approximately 41 light years from our Earth, has tantalizing parallels and characteristics to that of our Earth, but in some ways it is very different. Both have similar densities, similar sizes, and similar ages, and they are approximately 4.5 billion years old. Both started with a hydrogen-dominated atmosphere, and both were hot before they cooled down. The research team's work even suggests that GJ 1132b and Earth have similar atmospheric pressure at the surface. Should be noted, however, that the planets have different formation histories. Earth is not believed to be the surviving core of a sub-Neptune. and Earth orbits at a comfortable distance from our Sun. GJ 1132b is so close to its red dwarf star that it completes an orbit around its host star once every day and a half. This extremely close proximity keeps GJ 1132b tidally locked to its star. This shows the same face to its star at all times, in a similar way to that of our moon, how it keeps one hemisphere permanently facing Earth. The question from scientists, however, is what is keeping the mantle hot enough to remain liquid and power volcanism? This system is quite unique and extraordinary because it has the opportunity for quite a lot of tidal heating. The process of tidal heating is a phenomenon that occurs through friction, when energy from a planet's orbit and rotation is dispersed as heat inside the planet. GJ 1132b is in an elliptical orbit, and the tidal forces acting on it are strongest when it is closest to or farthest from its host star. At least one other planet in the host star system is also gravitationally pulling on the planet. The consequences are that the planet is squeezed or stretched through its gravitational pumping. That tidal heating keeps the mantle liquid for a long period of time. A nearby example is our own solar system's Jupiter, Moon Io, which has continuous volcanic activity due to a tidal tug-of-war from Jupiter and the neighboring Jovian moons. If one were to look at the interior of GJ 1132b, it would seem very hot. The team believes that the planet's cooler overlying crust is extremely thin, perhaps only hundreds of feet thick. That's much too feeble to support anything resembling volcanic mountains. The flat terrain of GJ 1132b may also be cracked like an eggshell due to tidal flexing. Hydrogen and other gases could be released through such cracks. NASA's upcoming launch of the James Webb Space Telescope has the ability to observe this exoplanet's atmosphere and crust. James Webb's infrared vision may also allow scientists to see down to the planet's surface. If there are magma pools or volcanism going on, those areas will be hotter. That will generate more emission, and so they will be looking potentially at the actual geologic activity, which is quite intriguing for astronomers and scientists alike. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this fascinating planet, GJ 1132b, and it having had a regenerated atmosphere after losing its primordial atmosphere. Goodbye.